I'm commentating over in F1 2020. Let's go. Let me just get the stream up. I can definitely hear my voice. I actually might turn something down quickly to make my voice a little bit more quiet, and you might not hear like some background noise. That'll probably be better. It's probably a bit better. Okay, we have one try-hard viewer. Let's see the rest of them. Hello and welcome to this special event here on F1 2020 for OFR. We're here today for two Azerbaijan Grand Prix in Baku. We've got 14 drivers today, and I'm going to be alone in the commentary box. I guess I'm the only one that could really make it. And yeah, but we got no assists running today, so that's always interesting to see, especially some of the lower down D2 drivers such as Bob and who else? Figgy. Those two will be definitely trying to explore the braking zones and trying to get used to the track whilst we're here in the special event. And obviously next week we've got the pre-season event, so that'll be exciting to see as well. But we have quite a few drivers coming out on track now. We've got Figgy, we've got Random, we've got Bagpuss, who's having a bit there, and we've also got Lovesesh. So we're on board with Lovesesh for now. Seems to be doing a pretty good job of learning the braking zones. Seems like he carried quite a bit of speed through there. Interesting to see what the drivers, what lines they'll be taking. I'm sure there'll be many different lines going into every single braking zone, but you know, some of the D2 drivers might be able to take a more relaxed approach into the corners. And so obviously with the racing line you have the braking points, the turning in points, and obviously the actual racing line of where the track goes. So you know, there's a huge advantage to when you're brand new to the game. If you're running no racing line at all, it's going to be a lot harder for you in the short term. But on the long run, you'll be able to learn the braking zones a lot more, and eventually become a quicker driver than people that do run the racing line. And I'm going to check the chat when someone next talks, because I missed the chat quite a lot. Let's see which driver is closest to starting a lap. I believe it is who is it? I believe it's Random, I believe. Yep, it's going to be Random who's going to come to the line now. He's going to come across the line to start his first lap. Let's get the information up, and here we are. Here's all the information. And he's going to go into turn 2. You want to brake just after about 75 meters, and then you come onto this long back straight, which is probably about half, maybe a third of the size of the long back straight, which is compared to as a motorway. Braking about 100 meters going into this turn. It's very awkward, and especially into just all of these sections. That hairpin, you don't want to get on the curb at all there. Now you want to come through the hairpin at max speed. You want to carry a lot of speed in and turn in early. Random kind of messed up his line there. You want to try and keep to the inside wall to get a better exit to open up the track onto the exit of the chicane. And now it's coming up to the most difficult part of the track, the castle section. Seems like he's done that pretty well, but again, not taking the maximum speed that he could have there. And now he's coming down the curved straight in a way. That's an odd way to describe it, but it's kind of true. And now you want to get all over this curb on the inside. You want to be taking all of it. Random taking absolutely none of it, so clearly doesn't need it, and he's going to come to the final corner to break for, and he's setting purple times, but as expected, because he is going to be the first person to cross the line. And now coming through the very fast chicane, the flat out chicane for all of the F1 cars, and now come to the line now. DRS will be open. He's going to have hot lap mode because of the new automatically deployed ERS, and he's going to come across the line and set a 1:43 flat, and that's not a bad time. And Vilsek goes and sets a 40.6, so that's another good time from him. And this is obviously practice for the pre-season event. And now we've got Rubs, who's coming across the line 4/10 quicker, and I'm not going to be able to get to Anders in time to set his lap, but he goes top with a 1:40 flat. That is a really good time from him. And now we're going to go on board with a Robot who's going to come across the line. Let's see what time he can do, and he's going to beat at random here, but then Atomic beats Rubs there. So, you know, there's quite a definitive line between the D1 guys and the D2 drives guys. But yeah, Rubs and Robot are really close. Random falling back a little bit, and I think that was a bit of a lack of confidence into the castle section. You want to be taking quite a bit of speed through there in third gear. And now Robot is going to get a little bit of slipstream, but he's on his in lap anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And this is also just to try out the new graphics for this game. Not graphics as in visual graphics, more like the leaderboards on the left hand side, the information in the bottom right corner. We haven't got any people in the chat at the moment, but I'm sure there's people watching. And who's on there? Let's go to Stinson, who's going to come across the line. Obviously he's a very quick driver, maybe even the quickest in the league. It's a very tight one between him and Izap, and he docks up at turn 1 and he doesn't quite get the optimum line, but he is on the medium compound tyre, and so is Izap, who's in the pits at the moment, this moment in time. So he's going to come down the back straight now, Stinson. And yeah, let's talk more about him. The pad is to be known as a bit more OP, and he hits the wall there, and that is definitely going to be some front wing damage. Yeah, it is. It's the right end plate damage, but apparently in this game the controller is quite overpowered apparently, but you know, we haven't gone through any league races yet, so I won't make that assumption just yet. But apparently it's quite unfair, but I'm not going to make excuses for the wheel users. We already get enough support from the other games, and the pad guys put up with it. And apparently I think Bob is on a lap now, and he's going to come to the castle section. Let's see what he's doing, and he's going to hit the wall on the inside, and he's going to have to use the reverse button to good effect. And it looked like he actually was reset back to the track there in the right direction, interestingly. And we have a very rude Argentinian in the chat right now, who seem to think that he's good enough to say that I bad him. Bob goes straight into the wall. He doesn't look like he even he was braking there. It didn't even look like he was braking at all. And that's going to get in the way of Figgy, his teammate's lap. And yeah, he's going to have to avoid that. And yeah, that's definitely affected Figgy's lap. And yeah, that is a big shunt into the wall. And yeah, but Figgy's going to be the next person to cross the line. Then we've got two AlphaTauris. I believe it's Baku, who's on our lap after this, so we'll go on board with him after we've done on Figgy. Figgy's going to come across the line now, and he's going to set a 1:44.1. That's not the best of lap, but he was hindered by the Strachan Bob. And now I was going to go on board with Bagpuss for the rest of his lap, but he's just crossed the line, and he's set a 43.7, so not quite competitive enough to contain with the top D2 guys of Robot and Random, but close enough that he'll be mid-pack. And who else is yet to cross the line? I believe the next one is going to be a Williams, so I guess that's Vilsek, who's on his out lap, so we're going to go on board with him. Obviously supporting the the NHS with the halo. I'm not sure if that's the NHS. I'm pretty sure it is. But he's going to come across the line to start his hot lap. I don't know if anyone else is on the lap at all, but we're going to stay on board with Vilsek for his second flying lap. Now going into the first corner, it looked like he nailed that. It looked like it's pretty good. Now going into the second corner, seemed to be alright there. And on the exit, seems to be doing a pretty good job. And I'll check the chat. I'm guessing that's Sanchi Rekha. It is Sanchi Rekha supporting Fifi because he has come out of the closet. Okay. Oh my god, Santi. And yeah, Vilsek is just crossing the first sector line, and I believe that's a 34 if I'm not mistaken, but it blacked out, it seemed like, in the top right hand corner. So I wasn't able to see it, and does a pretty good job of breaking into that right hander. I think you can take a lot of curb through there, and now going through the coastal section, he committed a little bit to that. Not as much as I believe Stinson did, but you know, it still looked like he did a pretty good job of it. And now he's going to come into the left-hander, which you want to take a lot of curb, and he takes a ton of curb there. Vilsek doing a really good job there, and let's see as he crosses the middle sector lines of 15.5, which is 7/10 up, which is going to be just about pole position, and he's going to take it from Anders here if he can keep it going. And if it depends what wing he's running, of course. If Anders is running a really high front, a really low front wing, then he's not going to have that. Vilsek's not going to have the straight line speed advantage. But he's going to cross the line now. It's going to be a 39.7, and that is 0.3 quicker than the Mercedes of Anders. So it's a pretty good lap from him. And now we're going to go on board with Anders, who's actually come to the line now. He's 0.6 up. So this is going to be an improvement for Anders, and he's going to come across the line any second now, and it's going to be a 1:33.95. Yeah, 1:33.395, and that is a pretty good lap. Yeah, that's a pretty good lap. But I believe in time trial that Stinson was doing a lower 38. So we'll have to wait and see for his. Actually, he's on a hot lap, and the Ferrari's sounding pretty nice. In the high speed downs, takes a bit of an awkward line through there, and now for the castle section, he doesn't hit the wall, surprisingly enough. That looked like he was going to hit it, but he got as close as possible. And now on the exit, he's done a good job there. And now coming through a flat out left-hander there, and now into the left-hander, which you want to take a lot of curb for, and he's taking tons of curb, and he got a massive amount of unsettlement in the car, and that's kind of affected his lap. And I don't think it's quite enough to contend with Anders' time. I think he might be P3, as Izzat sets a 40.7. That's not a great lap from him either. I was expecting quite a bit more from him, and he's going to get maybe a small slipstream off of Izzat, but I don't think he will now. And he's going to come across the line, and it's going to be a 40.9 there, and that's about 2/10 slower than Izzat, and about 1.5 seconds slower than Anders. So the top D1 guys from last season maybe not enjoying this so much. I don't know, man. Tough one for these guys. And who else is on a lap? Go on board with Lavsesh, who's coming through the first sector now and braking pretty nicely until he got to the apex of the corner where he's in first gear. You don't really want to be in first gear, you want to be maybe attacking the curbs in third, but it doesn't seem like he quite got that one. And he's going to go down second for the chicane, and we're going to have a slow Ferrari up ahead, I believe. No, it's Figgy, I think. He's trying to cool his tyres down on his outlap. Lobsesh just misses the apex and hits the inside wall. So let's see, is there any front wing damage on the Renault driver's car? He seems to be taking a lot of speed through here. Let's see, is there any front wing damage? No, there isn't. So he's going to carry on with his lap, and he's going to brake into the left-hander. Again, you want to take tons of curb there. It takes a bit, and that kind of unsettles the car too much. And yeah, it's not great precision from him, but I'm sure on his final lap he'll do a great job. If he can get one, surprisingly, because once he's got in the pits, there'll only be about two minutes left. So it's going to be a rush to the pit lane. And we've also got Tom in the wall in the first sector, coming out of the second corner. But I'm going to go back on board with Lavsesh, who is entering the pits, so clearly not carrying on with his hot lap. And I think it's only Leica who's on its lap, which he's going quick, and he's got a purple sector, but he hasn't set a time yet, and he's going to come through the flat out S's and into the motorway section, and he's going to come across the line. It looks like he's in the third lane. Let's see if he's going to set a quicker time than Izzat, maybe, and he's going to set a 40.4, which is third position, which is quicker than the two, I would say, two championship leaders, really, that would have been championship leaders in D1 last season. Obviously, Izzat, the champion of the world, and Stinson, who's a very quick driver. And this is surprising, the pace difference, really. And I'm not sure if he's on his hot lap. I've got to stay on board with Rubs. I'm going to guess he's on his hot lap now. And he seems like he does the pump technique, so he puts a lot of pressure on the brake and then sort of lets it off and then puts it back on. Obviously brake, usually I've forgotten what the name is now, but usually what do you call it? Trail braking is the way to go. So you put full pressure on for the first bit and then you slowly let off. He's 5/10 up on his previous best lap, so far it might be an improvement to 7th. There's quite a big gap between Random and Atomic, and we're going to have to look out for those guys. But Stinson hasn't gone on track yet. I was just about to say that he's on his out lap now. But I'm going to stay on board with Rubs for his final part of the lap. Coming through the second sector now, and he's only just about... He's just 5/10 up on his previous best. And as we know, he's a D1 driver, and Random's a D2, so I think he has to set a quicker time than Random, and he's 6/10 up at this moment in time. And I believe this is not going to be enough unless he could pull something out of the bag in the final sector. Random's not going out again. He's completely done his qualifying session. He will not improve at all. Now riding on board his in his T-cam, and he's trying to make the shortest distance to the line, and he sets a 41.9, which there's a big gap between him and Atomic, but he does go 7th, so he is quicker than Random, who is a D2 driver. And who else is coming to the line? I'm going to go on board with Bagpuss, who didn't set the greatest of first laps, and he's about 700ths up on his previous best. And he's going to have to pull a pretty good middle sector out here, as he brakes quite a lot there, and he completely avoids the inside curb, which you pretty much need to take. But he's 1 second quicker, so at this moment in time he will go quicker than Robot. But as we know, Robot's got another lap in him, so who knows who will come out on top? Will it be Bagpuss or will it be Robot? Bagpuss is now coming to the line. DRS is open now, and he's not going to get pole position for sure, and he's going to come across the line with a 42.5, and that's quicker than Robot for now, about a 10th quicker. And who's the next one to come across the line? I believe it's going to be I think it's Atomic. Let's go on board with Atomic, as Leica's retired from the session. That's what happened to him. I believe he's actually... No, that's Rubs. So let's stay on board with Atomic, who's actually 1.4 seconds up. So at this moment in time, he will probably be P2. And Random retires from the session. Atomic hits the inside wall a little bit there, and he's going to come across the line any second now. Tom retires from the session. I believe he's binned it in the wall, maybe, or is that might be another driver. He's going to come across the line now, and it's going to be he's going to be P3 by 100th of a second. He misses out on P2. And who else is coming to the line now? We've got Robot, I believe. Yep, it's Robot. He's 8/10 up on his previous best, So this will be, it could be P7 for him. It's no improvement apparently, so he missed out tons on the final sector, and that is unfortunate for him. And now we've got Lavsesh coming to the line, and where's he going to be? It's going to be P12. Not the greatest of lap from him, and we're going to go on board with Izat, who's invalidated. So we're going to go on board with Vilsek, who's come to the line. He won't improve on his previous lap, I don't believe. And then we've got Stinson behind, who's not going to improve either. So 6th place for Stinson. That's not great from him. So clearly not enjoying this game. Bagpuss enters the pits, and then we've got Rubs entering the pits, and that's the end of this qualifying session. And let's go on board with the pole sitter Anders, who set it his lap on his 2nd lap. So yeah, pretty good lap from him. And yeah, we're just waiting for the pit animations to finish. And I think Rubs will be the last one. Yep, here we are. We're going to end the qualifying session now, and then I'll take it through the order of the grids in the first race, and I believe the second race is a reverse grid. So whatever results are happening for for race 1, Anders gets P1 with a 39.395, Vilsek P2 3/10 off, Atomic P3 on 100th off of Vilsek, Leica P4, Izat P5, Stinson P6, Rubs P7, Random P8, Bagpuss P9, Robot P10, Figgy P11, Lavsesh the last one to set a lap time, Tom P13, and Bob gets P14 after crashing into the wall. Hello, Yannick. And here we are, we're coming to the race now. So, let's get the predictions in the chat. Who's going to win? Let's see who is going to win. Have we got any predictions? And people are going to wait to ready up. We've got a prediction. Yeah, and that's really disappointing that you're gonna go over to IndyCar of anything and miss out on this stream. I'm hurt. It's just an SE. It's not just an SE, as we've just lost all our viewers because of you, Jan. Now they're all going to watch the IndyCar like you. I'm deeply ashamed. See, I'm sighing now. And now we've got the drivers to enter the formation lap. Now we've got Anders warming up his tyres in that Mercedes. Then we've got Vilsek behind. Then Atomic. And then Leica. And we've got champion of the world Izat. And then we've got young Stinson, as we've got Robot disqualified. So they've hit each other. What a surprise! It was Robot. He always seems to be getting all those collisions. He needs to be. We've got a nice graphic there. Prediction pit stops. We've got one stop strategy, medium or hard. The drivers are going to pick the mediums. I'm sure of that. But thank you, AWS. I think it's Amazon something or other. But yeah, predicted pit stops. That's something that we like to see. Thank you, F1 Games, for saying that. At least it's not that stupid tyre wear one in real life. That wouldn't be fun, because it just lies. who else is on the grid? That was entertaining. I can't believe I didn't know F1 even integrated that in, but clearly they did. And what surprise, we've got Robot and Figgy on the grid, just sat there, because it was, I bet it was Robot. It was definitely Robot, but you know, causing collisions is part of F1, and unfortunately Robot just does them a little bit more often than everyone else. It's unfortunate to see, but it happens. Anders is coming to the line. He's coming down the back straight now, the front straight. I do apologise. And yeah, let's see. It's going to come across the line. The guys warming up their tyres, and we have a rip in the chat because, well, thanks for the 3 viewers that have stuck around. Unlike Jan, Jan just leaving us behind. Yeah, it's deeply disappointing, and I'm sorry. I'm going to get on with the racing now. I promise. But who are we going to go on board with? Who should we go on board with then? Well, who's got the best camera angle? Izat. Yeah, let's go on board with Izat, who's going to come across and park up. And now we're going to have a race start. So we have 1 light, we have 2 lights, we have 3 lights, we have 4 lights, we have 5 lights. It's lights out for the OFR special event here in Baku, race 1, and Anders gets a pretty good start, and looks like Vilsek and Atomic's keeping their position. Stinson goes up 2 positions on the start. Izat's dropped 1, and so is Leica, and now Izat's pushing Leica around the track, but it seems like Leica got the superior traction out there. We've got a random who is parked up in the wall, and that is deeply disappointing from him. He's going to have to pit lap 1, but don't give up, because there's obviously still places to go for. Bagpuss dropping positions for Robot, and yeah, it looks like they're having a little fight. And now we've got Figgy, or no, that was Bob going down the escape road, and he's going to lose a position to Random. Let's hope he doesn't get disqualified. And he does. He gets disqualified. Oh dear. That's 1 disqualification already. And let's see how many more DNFs we can get. And now, yep, yellow flag. What a surprise for that. And that's deeply disappointing that he wouldn't do that. That he would just get disqualified. Not his fault. Just bad stewarding, really. And I believe Vilsek's just got front wing damage, and he's slowing down. I'm not sure what's happened to him. Has he got a puncture? He's slowing down a lot there, and it seems like he's, yeah, look, he's got maybe a slow puncture, I don't know. He's speeding up now, but he's got front wing damage for sure, and he's left everyone to go by, interestingly enough. And apparently you're already on lap 3. I thought that was the first lap. You've got a white flag waving, and a blue flag. I'm not sure who the blue flag's for. I think it's a little bit of a glitch. We've got Leica in the pits as well, and apparently Vilsek up in P4, which I'm not sure about that one. I think he's quite far down in P4 in last. And now we got Robot in P1. So clearly, as we've got Bagpuss in the wall, and Love Sessions also in the wall, along with Figgy, and they're all coming. Yellow flag sector 1, I believe that is Bagpuss, who's got no front wing at all, and yeah, his nose is bare. And apparently Vilsek's leading the race, so we've got a bit of glitch timing here, and that's disappointing. But trust me, Vilsek's not leading. It's Anders by Atomic, by Stinson, by Izat. And we've got yellow flag sector 2 now. I believe that's Figgy. Yep, he's spinning up his rears. And is that front wing damage? Maybe. as we now got another predicted pit stops from AWS, a medium to soft, and we've also got another guy in the wall. It's random again, so he's clearly not enjoying this, and Bagpuss is retired, and that's going to bring out the virtual safety car, so not great. And yeah, is that going to make everyone pit? It's going to make Stinson pit. Stinson and Tom is in the pits, and I believe Stinson had to change the front wing there. Yep. Stinson's going to come out in P7, and that was basically a free pit stop. That was about 13-second loss, I would say, so he's clearly going to gain on the guys up ahead, and the virtual safety cars, they've been out for quite a while. I guess they took a while to clear up Bagpuss's mess, but Vilsek has got a drive-through penalty for speeding under VSC, so bad day gets worse as AWS has given us another predicted pit stop. Lap 5 to 8 is when they're going to pit. I'm not sure why they keep giving me this information every lap, but they are. And just doing a really good job out front. I'm going to go on board with Dr. Robot here, who is very close up behind Rubs now. And doesn't look like Rubs quite going to get it. He's going to lose a position maybe to Robot. As we know, Robot is very experienced with no racing line, as he usually does it everywhere. Now we've got Tom in the wall, and that might bring out a safety car, to be honest, as Anders is in the pits, and he's got a 5-second penalty. So the race leader, the provisional race leader anyway, has got a 5-second penalty. He's going to exit the pit lane, and he's going to come out in P5, but he's got a 5-second penalty. And now we're going to go on board with Dr. Robot, who's only 3 tenths behind now. He's 2 tenths behind now. Is he going to make a dive bomb into this corner? It looks like he's going to go for it, and he's actually going to make the move stick as Rubs lets him through almost, and he's going to struggle for traction coming out of there. And yeah, that's Robot up into P3 now. Provisional P3 obviously, or P3 for now, but he's yet to pit, so Anders will be catching very quickly now, as Rubs is not quite letting him go. The gap's 4 tenths, and looks like Anders has got a lot of practice here in Baku. And Anders is catching very quickly now. Rubs has got a red light on, not sure why that is, but you know, maybe some connection issues from Rubs. Maybe he's going to DNF and he's going to lag out. Ooh. Hello Lex, this is the special event. We're going to have 2 races today. We've had Anders on pole, and now we've got Vilsek off in the escape road. And yeah, Vilsek up into the escape road. I'm not sure if he's taken his drive through, as Atomic speeding in the pit lane now, and that's going to take the lead of the Grand Prix for now anyway. And yeah, that's going to be you've seen a few DNFs, have you? There's 3 at the moment. Both the other parties out, and then we've got the McLaren of Bob, he's out, and now Atomic is going to leave the pit lane. And is he going to come out ahead of Anders? No, not close. We've got a virtual safety car actually. We've got a pile up in, yeah, Figgy has had a front wing on top of him. I'm not sure whose front wing that is, because Vilsek's front wing's fine. I don't know. There was a front wing, maybe it was his own? It was his own. His front wing was on top of his car. He's locking up everywhere. He's going to have to come to the pits, because those hard tyres are, first of all, not the greatest tyre to be on, and second of all, that he needs to replace his front wing. We're going green again, and virtual safety car has ended. So yeah, we don't have many people too close. I think Rubs is the closest, but Anders is actually right up behind Robot now. So are we going to see a move by Anders? And he's not going to make it into here. I don't think he's going to try maybe go for a dive bomb. I don't think he will. He's going to stay back till the main straight, get DRS, and I expect the Robot maybe to pit this lap. I think that might be a smart thing to do. I don't think Izak will come to pits maybe. Let's see. He is into the pits. Let's hope he doesn't speed like his two other fellow competitors. We've also got Random off as well. He's off again. I'm not sure if that's any front wing damage. But Izak does not get a penalty this time. And I think Anders will take the lead again. Robot also into the pits. But looking at his front wing, it looks like it's fine. Figgy has exited the pit lane. He's come out in P in last. And yellow flag again in sector 1. I can't see who that's for. Yeah, it's just a yellow flag out. I don't think there's any reasoning for it. And yeah, a young Stinson is now right up behind Atomic. And yeah, Stinson's right up behind Atomic. And we're going to see a move maybe. We do have another off. I think it's Figgy. Figgy's into the wall again, so that's second time in 2 laps. He's going to be off, and he's going to come out just ahead of Izak. And I suggest Figgy maybe wait up for Vlad Sesh to come past, because you don't want to be caught out in the castle section. You can see Vlad Sesh taking it really easy now. He's just messed the apex there. And Stinson's dropping back a little bit from Atomic, so maybe that pace that we saw in qualifying not quite transforming into the race for Atomic, but you know, we'll see Stinson having better race pace here. We'll see Izak having better race pace, so you know, we could well see these two Ferraris mugging this Renault down the straight. We're coming through the S section now. Lex not looking forward to racing it. It's a very difficult circuits here, sir. So I'm not surprised, but now Stinson's going to pull up alongside Atomic, and it's going to make it look easy going into the first corner, and he gets the move done. And is that still quite far behind? It was close to him at the start of lap as Vlad Sesh pitted in, so that's the reason why he was quite far up. And I think there's quite a big gap between Vlad Sesh and Vilsec, so yeah, that's one gap to look out for. Stinson hits the wall there. Is that a bit of front wing damage for him? No, it's not, so he's got lucky there. And Vlad Sesh still in the pits, and we're going to go through the S's there, exiting, and Atomic is still very close to him, so clearly he's finding it easy to follow. And yeah, ooh, we got Izak out. Izak was crushed there. Izak definitely crashed, and he's missing his right part of his front wing. And we've got a yellow flag sector 2, because that's Figgy, I believe, into the barrier again. And Figgy's having no luck here today at Baku. And yeah, that's a double disappointment for both AlphaTauri and both McLaren and AlphaTauri. Figgy about 50 seconds now behind probably, and he's crashed into the wall, so he's clearly trying to DNF himself out of the Grand Prix. We can see it, mate. Yeah, that's disappointing. So double disappointment for both AlphaTauri and Renault. Not Renault. Oh, we see Atomic take P2 again, and we're going to see Izak into the pits, and he's going to be overtaken by both Leica and probably Robot and Rubs. So yeah, could we see Izak trying to make his way back to the field again? He's already been overtaken by Leica, but we are going to see Stinson come back. So clearly finding it very easy to follow was Atomic, because he was quite a bit slower, and then down the back straight he just had really nice speed. Clearly that overtake button working out a treat for Atomic there. So we'll have to look out for that in the next couple of league races, especially in D1. That'll be so overpowered. In D2, obviously, the exact same. D3, having I think the same format as D1 next season, I believe. I would like to see. Oh, we've got Stinson down the escape road in the castle section, and that is going to be him losing a position to Leica. Maybe he's going to come out in the middle of the road, and he does just about keep ahead of Leica, but you know, that's going to be hard for him to get back into the rhythm after going down the escape road like that. It's going to be disappointing. That's very disappointing. That's really disappointing. I was expecting to see a nice battle between these guys. And we've got yellow flag 6-3. I believe it's random again. Yes, it is. And he's going to put on the hard tyres, and he's going to replace his front wing. Anders has controlled this Grand Prix from start to finish, and that's probably the only battle that's going to come. Vilsek back up into P9, and yeah. Rubs in the pits. I guess he might as well, because he's got such a large gap over the rest, the other two. At this moment in time, I cannot see the calendar, so I can't tell you what the D3 format will be. I'm sure it's good. Can't see at the moment, but going to take you through the calendar anyway. Stinson picks up a 3-second penalty. We've got Azerbaijan for pre-season. Then we've got Austria, the Steiermark Grand Prix. Well, it's not going to be the Steiermark Grand Prix, it's going to be the Austrian Grand Prix. Then we got the Dutch GP, obviously in Zandvoort. Then we've got Belgium, so that's a nice track of Spa, which has been revamped for this game. And then we've got Russia. It's an alright track. Then we've got Azerbaijan again, so pre-season testing, not just for the guys here, not just for pre-season. It's going to be the round 5 track as well. Vietnam in P6, or not P6, round 6. Then we've got Australia, then we've got Italy, then we've got Japan, then we've got Silverstone rounding off the season, which is great. And we've got Stinson in the pits, so I don't know what happened there, but I guess he needed a front wing change maybe. I do want to see the race director of Anders. He's only got the 5-second penalty, which he got for speeding in pit lane, and like you can see how smooth he is on the wheel, and he hardly makes mistakes ever. He's one of these drivers that just bang on the pace straight away. And we've got Stinson down the escape road once again, and he might retire from this Grand Prix, because we saw Bob trying to reverse out of there, and it's very difficult, so we might even see him get disqualified maybe. We'll see. Yeah, Vilsek's left the session. I believe, yeah, look, Rubs has overtaken Stinson. Stinson's got a damaged front wing. Can we see the D1 driver get the other D1 driver? Of course, Rubs is in D1. But we all know that Stinson has the pace over Rubs, at least for the early part of the season anyway. We actually got Izat right on the back of Dr. Robot, and don't let me forget that it is the third to final lap of the Grand Prix. We're going to see Izzat going to overtake Dr. Robot as you see Stinson tiring from the session. He's going to go around the outside and he's going to take P5 off of Robot and he's going to exit the track there. Let's see how many penalties Izzat has. Where is he? Izzat apparently Jamaican. Yeah. But it doesn't look like he's got any penalties. I think Izzat will struggle to catch Leica now. Random in pits. So he'll come in for another pit stop and he's going to be lapped by Rubs for the second time. Oh, he's quite ahead. Random's just kind of ahead of Rubs. And Rubs has been a bit lonely throughout this Grand Prix. And that's, I guess, disappointing for him. I'm going to ride on board with Anders. And he's going to start the final lap. And now Anders is starting his final lap. He's on his final lap now. So yeah, good luck. And there's nothing going on between the field. And yeah. But yellow flag set to 2 now. I think it's random. Again, yeah, it's random. Anders is now coming through the final 2 sectors. He's done a great job this whole Grand Prix. But it's going to come down to him getting the victory here today. And we've got a yellow flag set to 2 now. I believe it's Atomic. Atomic has hit the wall. And I don't think Leica will have enough to get him. I don't believe. Yeah, it's not going to be quite enough. An 8.4 second gap that's not going to close that much. And yeah, I guess Atomic is going to get P2, but we're going to see Anders cross the line and take the win in race 1 for this pre-season, or this special event for OFR. Great job from you there, sir. And now we're going to get Atomic across the line, who does have a 5-second penalty. Are we going to see Leica take it on the depths of the moment, a bit like Norris and Hamilton? Yep, Atomic has a 5-second penalty, so we're going to see Leica take P2 in this event, and now we're going to see Isaac cross the line in P4 with Atomic P3. Then we're going to see Robot doing a great result in P5. Then we've got Lavsesh, and then we'll have Rubs crossing the line. Lavsesh almost losing the car there. You're not crossed the line yet, son, and we'll have Random be the last one to cross the line. Lavsesh cross the line now. Rubs cross the line next. Rubs crosses the line, and then we'll have Random, the last one to cross the line, in P9. 2 points for him in this special event. That's it for race 1 in Baku. I don't think it will be, the second race will be streamed. I'm not 100% sure. I have to go, unfortunately. Here we are. Here's the 3 drivers on the grid. Great job from the Mercedes of Anders. And now we're going to go to line, and we've got Anders P1, Leica P2, Atomic P3, Izat with the fastest lap in P4, Robot P5, Lavsesh P6, and then we've got Rubs in P7, Philsec, who lagged out halfway through, and then Random, the last person to cross the line. Then we've got, for the 4 DNFs, we have 5 DNFs, sorry, we have the Ferrari of Stinson. Then we've got the McLaren of Figgy. Then we've got both the Avadaris of Tom and Bagpuss. And then we've got Bob's rounding off the grid. And he did get disqualified, I believe. But if you guys did enjoy that special event, please press the follow button on Twitch. And subscribe on YouTube to OFR, or Online Formula Racing. And goodbye.